Regular 3-minute blitz. It's my first game of the day. It's early in the morning here, 20 past 7, so might be a bit rusty at this time of the morning. But just play a game or two before I pop out. Oh, now that allows h4, h5 potential by blocking the diagonal. Just ignore that move, go up. Now can I just ignore that anyway? I think I can just take there. The idea being is that you take and you bring the queen up. If he moves the knight, you grab another pawn. He might have a way out of it if he can take. Yeah, he goes back, so he's gone for the gamble. Now I think I can take here. And he has to move. Then I take. Now, do I sack? I might have blundered here. No, I have to play up. I think rook up is okay, allowing knight up here. If knight takes, the rook takes. And the queen can't currently move because his rook hangs. But he can if he plays bishop up though, it's a problem. So he might be alright here. I might have blundered this one. I've got, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 pawns for the piece, so could be interesting. But knight up, knight takes, rook takes, threatening mate is an idea. I can even potentially grab a pawn, but then that just releases his bishop, so I don't want to do that. Whoa, now that allows knight out wide and knight in. That's got to be a fatal mistake. How does he stop that? Knight out wide, threatening knight in. So he's got knight down. Knight out wide, knight takes, rook takes. Let's play knight out wide and kick this knight. Plays up. I might not actually have a threat here, that's the problem, but pawn up to kick the knight, and if the knight moves then this square becomes loose. Okay, so I think I've got to go forward. So kick this knight and try and bring the rook across. If the knight moves, I've got a queen check immediately. The knight can't move, so I can trade and grab the knight now. Ah, he's going to take with a bishop though. Tricky. He takes with a bishop. Take. I can't take the knight back. Wow. I have to do it. So he gets his knight out. Well done. I'm going to try and keep this closed as much as I can now. Get castle, develop. I just castle. Just play up. Try and push through in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to risk this pawn there to put pressure on the diagonal. So he just plays up one. I think I can take. Stop the knight coming this way, give the king a passage round. Yeah, connect the rooks. I'm low on time here, I'm behind on the clock. Gotta be aware of that. Now he grabs the pawn. So king across, so it's got a square. We pin the knight. Oops, I am getting low on time, threatening a check. Right, let's launch one. If the bishop moves, which it's done, he drops a knight. Now the rook's off. Don't pre-move because I can grab the knight. Now that's got to be over, he can't do it. I can take there, he can't challenge my rook. Yes, he's got a square. So a good win in the end. Very hard fought, but very good win. Interesting game. Interesting game. A regular game of 3-minute Blitz. Just turn my sound up, just so I can hear the moves, hopefully. Okay, bishop up. Now, will he be bold and go g4? That's a question. Okay, I think I'll take there. So he hits my bishop. I think I'll drop it back. The question is, do I put the knight here, here, or here? Okay, he goes back to support his knight. So I think I'll come up here. This knight is pinned, so we may be threatening to take. So take. So gain a pawn, lose a knight. Gain a knight, lose a queen, gain a queen, lose a bishop doesn't quite work. I think I'll just develop. So he drops back. I'll just develop again. Just keep it nice and slow and steady. Alright, now we're threatening the idea of mate, so it keeps his knight bogged down a bit. So again, we may be looking at ideas of take. Bishop has to take. Okay. If I take, this bishop can move. Let's drop the bishop back so we have a potential discovery. So it comes up. I'm going to play a knight across. I might actually reroute the knight like this. So he comes down, so I'll hit the bishop. Okay, I've given him a good square now, but I can get rid of his light squared bishop here. We're hitting the queen and the bishop. Maybe I'm threatening to take here as well. He comes forward. No, I think it makes sense to get rid of the bishop. Now I can maybe grab this pawn. Can't take back because of the pin. So I'm threatening to take both ways here and open the king up. So it's looking very dire for white now. If he takes the rook and just take back, well, take the queen actually with a check, so he comes up. But now I can actually hit the queen again. If he takes, I take with a check and then mate follows. So that's just game over. Excellent, that's a very good win, excellent. And a regular game of 3-minute Blitz. So b4 is a little bit of a bold opening. I'm not sure what b5 is for. Seems a bit poor. Okay, I can trade that off. Let's just challenge these as well. I can actually take there. I think I'll challenge the centre. Knight or pawn. Let's go with a pawn. So leave these pawns isolated. Pin the knight. Knight up looks fine. Tell me to play a queen up. It looks a bit odd. Looks a bit of an unusual move, but I want to release the rook somewhere. Okay. Let's just drop back. Knight covers knight, so if he grabs the pawn I can take back. Now develop and hit the knight. It is protected, I'm aware of the bishop. So he comes over. Let's drop back. Now if he takes, we have the option to take with the pawn or the queen. He does take, wow. Let's go with a pawn then. Now makes it tempting to go back. Okay. No, I don't want to push up there. I'm going to bring the queen across. We're well down on the clock here. Let's put the rook forward. No, I think I'm going to go back. I'm going to bring a knight round this way, I think. Let's bring a knight in. Again, I can take with pawn or rook. I think I'll go with rook. If he takes, he probably won't take. Oh, he does. Wow. Now I'm going to... Oops. I'm not going to drop my queen. Let's drop back and hit the knight. So he goes back. Now I'll put my knight forward. I'm going to play h5, I think, or maybe h6 actually, to stop the knight coming here. Give the king a square. Okay, now I can't. Could play g5 maybe. Actually, I've got a fork there. Hit the knight and rook, the queen and rook. He has got a pawn here though. But okay, I could have taken. I've got to take. No, he's taking a risk if he goes with queen. Oh, he does grab the pawn. Wow. He's taking a risk here, I think. What have I got? I can hit the knight now, so if he takes my knight back, I take his. So he grabs the bishop. I'll just take. I'm still doing pretty well. Grab the pawn. So I'm just a clean exchange up now. His bishop's in a bit of trouble. He might try grabbing a pawn. He comes forward. So there's an obvious threat to pin the queen. I'm just going to run. Got to stop that queen getting active. So you can't really take, I just take with a pawn. Very tough for white now. So he goes back. I can actually take first and then push, and I don't see how he stops the queen. I think that's the most clinical way to play this. Got a check. Well, I can go here and he's got no check, I don't believe. So as long as I can get my queen back to defend, which I can then provide a blockade. That should be good enough. Check is covered, the other queen's going to get active. That's got to be game over now, you would think. I'll just threaten to check and get his queen off. Excellent, that's a very good win, excellent. Playing a game of regular 3-minute blitz. Right, we have a ready. Okay, we've got the option to go in, which I will do. I won't pre-move, it's a blitz game. So again, he's giving me the temptation to go forward. Let's play it. So forward again. If knight takes, you just take. If pawn takes, the queen comes up. Okay, well now I've got the option to take. I'll take the bishop first. I'll go with pawn first, then the bishop. And the queen's coming in. So now we've got the knight coming in. So it's just a case of has he got a good defence. So we're threatening to take, we're threatening to fork. So what defence has he got? He might have one. Let's just see what he plays. He plays rook up, so he's sacking the rook. I've actually got knight over still to hit the queen, but the queen can come here. No, it can't because of the knight. So knight over, the queen can either go there, and I can jump here, try and win a free rook, or the queen can go there or there. But if the queen comes out, I don't see anything else I can do, so I'm going to take. And I'm going to try and bring this knight up. I've got the option to castle. So we have a check, we're hitting a pawn, we have another check. If the king moves, we might get in, depending on where we go. Might be worth just castling and getting the rook onto the active file. And try not to blunder it. Right, so he plays forwards. He's given me the option to take the pawn and hit the bishop. He's hitting my pawn. If I castle, he's got rook across and suddenly there's danger. So I'm going to grab the pawn, hit the bishop and support the pawn at the same time. If I can take and bring his pawn over, I think that's worth doing. But I get the feeling maybe kingside castling might be better. So I'm just going to take. I'm going to play pawn up so the bishop can come up and support the pawn. Okay, maybe pawn up first. If I get castled, I'll be happier. Okay. It's risky to push the pawn there. I think I'm going to play it though. Then maybe pawn up if he plays rook across. He plays knight over. So I'm going to push. If he takes, I take with a check. But my queen's not actually doing much where it is now. Right, I've got a check. So I've got the option to castle. I've got a check here. No, I'm going to castle first, then worry about what to do. I've got a check, but he can block it. Maybe I can then go back. Yes, get a rook active, try and trade off a set of rooks. So I'm just a clean exchange up now, aren't I? 5 pawns each, and I've got a rook against a knight, he goes back. Okay, so I've still got the idea queen check. I'm going to play rook up there. I'm going to take. Okay, well now I can definitely get a rook off the board. But I've maybe got a check here and diagonally he's going to have to block, so it depends what he does with his queen now. It could be game over. Right, so check, he blocks, check back, check, he blocks, check back, looks risk free. It might not be risk free, but it looks it. Oh, he goes back. So just get everything off the board, then he's very short of time. Now he's blundered a pawn. Maybe another one. Yeah, that's got to be game over now. I mean, they're never really over until they're actually over, of course, but there's no real danger against my king. I'd have to get really careless. Let's hit the knight there. I think I can just push here, nice and calmly does it. That looks like another good win. Yeah, let's be critical and get the knight. That's another very good win. Puts me back to what, 2185, which is just about my best ever rating, I think. It might be 85 or 86, I'll double check. I'm just playing a game of regular 3-minute Blitz. Monitor is slightly off center again and I'm sounding a bit low. I think I'll go C4. Okay, why is he playing so fast? I played this earlier in a game and it worked alright. Okay, takes. I've got the option to sack here. I played that in another game recently. Okay. So he just comes up, he ignores it, so I think I can take here. Can I? Knight and he can then take. I mean, I've got to take, I think. So I'll jump the knight across and hit the queen. Look to plant the knight forward. Can I go up there? I can drop the knight back, I don't really want to trade. Knight check. Knight can't take. Rook takes. He's alright. I can trade and grab a pawn. Yeah, I think I've got to trade and grab the pawn, I think. Hit the bishop and maybe get rid of that. Okay, take and protect the pawn. I might just castle along here and free the rook. I think I'll do that. Might look to trade the rook. I am short of time here. I'm behind on the clock. He goes back. So he's giving me knight up. Hit the pawn, hit the rook. Okay. I'm wondering whether to sack a pawn here. Takes, takes, rook takes and take. I think that looks good. Okay. Well, let's support it now. I'm going to bring the king up. Again, I doubt he'll take. He doesn't. He pushes up. And let's double the rooks up. He comes forward. There's a pawn up, surely it's... This becomes loose, but... Let's kick the knight first. If he takes, I'm supporting the pawn. He doesn't. I'm going to push this way. Oh, I'm way short on time. He has been really quick, to be fair to him, really quick. Okay, so now I can take, take, check. I think I'm okay to take now. I think I've won a rook. That's excellent. He just missed it. Excellent. That puts me to 2187, so that's a new personal best rating now. Excellent. Playing a game of regular 3-minute Blitz. Right, I think I can take here. If takes, I've got knight check and a follow-up. I think that's right. He doesn't have to take, but he does. Okay, so I've got queen right across the board. I can go here and threaten mate, that looks strong. He's got queen down though. Trade, trade, knight in. Yeah, I'm going to go right across because I don't want to trade just yet, so if queen down I'm going to drop the knight back. So drop the knight back. Knight up with tempo on the queen. We can look to castle maybe. Right, so tempo on the queen, it's got to shift somewhere, then maybe queen back. or queen up, depending on where this queen goes. Comes across. I still don't want to trade if I can help it. So I'm going to go right across the board. I'm going to just look to try and castle. I'm guessing he's going to castle that way. Maybe d4 is playable. Okay, he's getting bold. If he advances again, I think I can just take. He might go back to stop me castling. A little bit of a nuisance move, it's playable. Maybe I should have put in a check straight away there. That was a bit silly dropping back. Should have stopped him from castling. Would have gained me a tempo because he can't block the check. Oh, he's just moved. Maybe he meant to castle there. He might be tempting me, of course. He might have meant to castle. So now, pawn up. Gains a tempo on the queen again. Right, so gain another tempo on the queen and try and bring the bishop up. Maybe swing the knight up immediately. All depends what he does. Oh, he takes. Okay, I missed that. So I think I've got bishop up here. Actually, can I take and give him the rook? No, I think I've got to play up there. So I've given him the pawn back. Silly blunder, not to worry. Right, I'm going to get attacking now. It's risky because I'm giving him this lovely bishop diagonal, so I might have to block with a knight and sack another pawn. Queen for now can step over, hit the knight, okay. I'm going to step across, get off the dark square, pin this knight down, so the king can't just easily step across now. Then try and activate the rooks, maybe here. It's a very nice file for the rook, but depends if he moves his king over, then the b file might be better. So let's go here for now. We're threatening a back rank check. Yes, I have seen there is a block. So again he wants to trade. Okay, this time I'm going to, because he gets split pawns. I'm going to hit the knight and then try and move this knight somewhere to discover on the rook. Not sure where yet. Let's see what he does. He goes back, so I've got knight over as a move. Yeah, knight over as a move. If he takes, I take the rook. If he doesn't, the knight might come back in. Maybe might push. I'm going to push. If he takes, I take and I'm supporting it. If he moves the knight, maybe I can take. He might go here, I can just trade off. But then follow up with a pin, so he takes. And I've got rook check or knight takes. Let's go with the knight. Again, rook across, pressure on the back rank. Knight covers it right now, but he's getting low on time now. He blocks. Okay, I don't want to drop the knight, I think I'll grab the pawn. So now again I'm threatening a back rank check. He has got a square of course, but he's out of time now, he's very low on time. So this should be a good win. He moves up, so I can take, knight takes. I'm just going to play a nice calm holding move there, stop the pawn running. Just watching the clock. Knight up. That's a good win, gives me another personal best high rating, 21.89, that's excellent. A game of regular 3-minute blitz. Just keep it fairly standard and simple. Let's go c4. Okay. He's lining up to play e5 at the right moment. So do I want to go bishop in or not? Let's just play a holding move. Okay, offers the trade. I think I'll go for that. If he goes with rook or bishop, I've got the option to put the knight in. I think I'm just going to play pawn up. I'm not going to be playing bishop this way. Now I'm threatening to go forward again. Okay, now there's no longer a pin. So I'm going to take an advance. Got to be where he's looking to go down here. Okay, that's not on now. So I might lose this pawn in some of these lines. I can see that coming. But right, get onto the dark square so we can push the pawn somewhere. Try and support this. Let's just play up one. He's playing very well though, he really is. He's doing well. Okay, I'm not sure about that move. That gives me a nice square for my bishop. Queen across, pressure the pawn. Rook's got a nice light square it can go on. I can maybe throw in g4 to hit the queen. Okay, so I can play a bishop up now. I'm going to play rook across first to support the pawn, then we can go up and hit the rook and maybe go forward. Then we cover this square. Okay, I can hit the rook, hit the pawn. I suspect he's going to gamble here now. Actually, maybe the pawn makes more sense, but I'll go with bishop and let him take if he wishes. It's a gamble. He might take it on though, but it is a gamble. He just grabs the pawn back. So now I've got a fork here, but he can take the rook here. He takes, I take. Pros and cons. I think I'll take and develop. Okay. Now I'm going to go on the light square. Maybe go forward. Either piece can go up. I'll go up with the rook and maybe drop the queen behind. I'm also looking at ideas like this, maybe even right the way up the board. So let's push one. Got pretty nice control here. Let's go again. That gives the king an option of escape squares. My bishop covers this square, so he can't just move his rook across. Okay, so f4 is playable. I'm just going to put a king on the light square. Now I'll go forward. Now I'll push. He can't take there because of the pin. So I'm threatening to take. That's got to be right. If he goes to the queen, the rook comes over. The rook can come over anywhere. I think bishop up and bishop down makes sense here. Pin it for now, but I'm looking at put a bishop here to hit the rook. Rook across looks strong. Okay, I've got rook check. Does this win? I've actually got queen check as well, but must be right to go with a rook. If he blocks with a queen, I get a lovely check, and that wins the queen. That's another excellent win. Excellent. I get 4 points for that, which puts me up to 21.93. Another personal best. Excellent.